Hi guys, before I give you the results so far, I'd like to thank those of you who commented and with various suggestions. Some of them I hadn't tried before, some I have. It's all very useful, and I'd point anyone who hasn't read those comments to go back to the first video and read through the comments. One thing that I should have done, which was pointed out to me, was to do some control boards, drying in the normal way and in other ways. I managed to go back to the turning blanks I'd cut and rip off a couple more boards that were right next to the ones I took off before, so they should be almost identical. And you'll see I've sealed the ends with some paint, and these will be the control boards. One of them will be indoors with the other boards, so not clamped up with the paper. The other one will be in the way it would normally be seasoned, outside in the elements, but covered from getting rain, just having air around it all the time. So we'll see how they go alongside. Now that they've been cut exactly 48 hours after the first lot, so I'll just have to remember in all my measurements that these are 2 days behind. So let's look at the results so far. Over the first couple of days it was fairly obvious that the moisture coming out was quite sticky. So after the first day we got to a moisture reading of 28.8 in the centre of the board. Packed everything up again with fresh towels and set the other towels aside to dry. Clamped everything up and left it again. Day 2 we're looking at 27 now, so that's very encouraging. Day 3 25.2, day 4 26.2, but you see I'm a bit closer to the edge of the wood there. 26.5 in the middle, 27.8 near the ends, and even 17.7 right on the edge of the heartwood. Next day 28.6 at the end, and the sapwood 38.3. Again in the middle of the heartwood 19.6. End of the board 25. At this point I took off what was remaining of some of the bark on some of the pieces. So I think the first point to note is that the moisture levels at different areas in the same board can be quite wildly different. So from now on I'm going to have to measure in the same spot every time. I'm encouraged that the ends of the boards aren't drying out really fast. They seem to be the same as the middle of the boards. That's encouraging, but it's way too early to see whether that's going to continue. I'd like to say a big thank you to all those who commented on the first video in this series. Very pleased with that. There are some good points there and some links to some useful information. I'm also going to monitor one of the boards by weighing it every week to see how the weight changes or reduces as the moisture content goes down.